Go.
All righty, welcome. Go over the policies and procedures real quick, just because it's
been a minute.
It's been like a month and a half, right? Is this your second session with this Jaminos? Second one, I think, yeah. So, regarding music and media, I like lots of music.
I'm aware of the procedures from last time.
Okay, I'll just go over them again for our listeners. I like lots of music and things, so just don't tell me that it's too loud. You can adjust the master volume according to your fancy. Number 2, know your own talents. I try to keep track, but you guys are getting hella high levels, so I can't keep track of them all. So please let me know what your talents are, because I will invariably forget. If the rules get complex, I'll just make a ruling. We'll just roll with it, and we'll try not to spend half the session with our noses in the book, but from time to time I might ask one of you guys to look at, one of you that aren't involved in the scene directly, to look something up. Try not to chat too much on Discord or Roll20, because I will be busy running the game and probably miss or ignore those messages. RP is encouraged. Oftentimes it will be rewarded with boost and setback, etc. Be proactive, suggest roles, justify them narratively. If you think you should have a boost, please let me know. Don't overthink things. I'm not trying to screw you guys up. I'm in this for your fun. So trust me, and we'll get started. And we're going to start a little bit differently this time. There is not going to be a screen crawl right away. Here we go. The camera opens to blue skies. There's wisps of white clouds overhead. Descending through the clouds in a silver blur of motion, the camera pans over the Millennium Falcon. You can see it descend from on high, sweeping across the roiling ocean and careening down towards an island made of greens and grays and shades of pale blue. The ship lands. Shortly thereafter, 2 lithe figures descend from the vessel, and you can see Tess and Ray begin their journey upwards of 1,000 steps. They're silent as they walk, strange birds circling them overhead. They pass what looks to be ruins of stone temples. They ascend higher and higher until at last they reach a grassy knoll on the island's pinnacle. There, a wizened figure stands, robed, with his back to the pilgrims. The figure turns slowly. A mechanical hand reaches up, throws back the cowl, revealing Luke Skywalker, last of the Jedi. Rey and Tess, their eyes intent on Skywalker, step forward, extending their lightsabers in a gesture. Luke frowns and steps forward into the unknown. Star Wars!
Woo.
Years have passed since the heroic destruction of Starkiller Base, and an overwhelming First Order fleet has emerged from the unknown regions to wreak destruction on the New Republic. System after system have fallen to the onslaught, and the resistance has merged with the New Republic into one fighting and civic force, clinging to survival among the scattered systems of the Outer Rim. Though some underground opposition remains, most of the core has fallen to the Supreme Leader and lives under his oppressive rule. For his part, Jedi Master Luke Skywalker has declined to take a direct part in the conflict, Instead, he trains those sensitive to the Force on the remote islet planet of Octu. Ben Solo's abstention from the conflict was not a choice. Shortly after the destruction of Scar Killer Base, the man that was formerly known as Kylo Ren stood trial and was eventually imprisoned in an undisclosed location. Currently, our heroes are near Kessel after rescuing a team of researchers investigating a nearby cluster of black holes. You have a black screen with a CR-90 Corvette there?
Yep.
Correct.
Yes.
All right. An insane rescue attempt. Acting on intelligence furnished by Ben Solo, the remnants of the Resistance and New Republic have recently scored some small victories in their struggle for survival. Retreating to several strongholds in the Outer Rim, the Republic does its best to preserve its contributions to galactic civilization by masking its presence using new technology and newly discovered hyperspace routes. You now find yourself aboard one of the Republic's old CR-90 Corvettes after evacuating a team of scientists near Kessel. And you've noticed something odd about the research team. They are completely batshit crazy. Right now, in the ship's operation forums, you all sit in a meeting with the scientists, trying to ascertain their value. Most of them, however, have devolved into simply mumbling to themselves. So, everybody is here. You can fill out the reason why you might be here in the back of your mind. But it's likely that when a job needs to be done, this A team of players kind of gets assembled by the what we'll now call the Republic Remnant, and get set on a mission. So,
I have a question. Is this before the time skip? Obviously.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
After.
Right. After. Oh shit.
It's all after.
Is this are we not going to explore the whole after bit, or is it just we've come together again?
You've come together again.
Okay.
Or some things could have gone on between your story and whatever, but everybody's several years older. Yeah. And this is kind of the, just like in the screen crawl, for more or less the Republic Remnant's kind of been pushed out to the Outer Rim. You've kind of flip-flopped again, and the kind of First Order and the core worlds kind of is analogous to the Empire and the Republic, though they're way more organized than the Resistance, either the Resistance or the Rebellion ever was. Can kind of be seen in that same light. So right now, these researchers that you guys just rescued on Kessel are just kind of talking to themselves. They're muttering things about blackness and darkness and the Star Eater, and just holding their heads and kind of staring at the ceiling and kind of crying and laughing interchangeably.
So, let's see. Are we supposed to just see a black screen, or are we supposed to see something else?
Nope, there's just black screen there. You're on the ship. Yep.
Sorry.
I mean, Europa's really got nothing to add. She's probably just kind of tapping her wrists and kind of keeping time. A little bit shaken because, she hasn't seen these people in 4 years or so.
I mean, I imagine you've seen them off and on. I mean, there could be a short amount of time before this, right? It's not.
Well, yeah, obviously, but it has been some time, so there's a bit of unease, especially given what's going on. I mean, she's probably gonna disregard them unless someone else is gonna speak to him.
Well, Malek will speak to him. So Malek, is sitting at the table. He's got a full beard now, with specks of gray in it, and he kind of like leans forward with a weathered face, and he basically is like, "Can any of you speak coherently, or do I need to lock you into the brig?"
So one of them kind of looks up at Malek, and he does, he says something, kind of half coherently. He blubbers for a while, and he says, not the brig. It's dark in there. It's black. John will get me. No, I'm just kidding. He says, what do you wish to know? What do you wish to know? And kind of in the meantime, there's like the ship's medic, kind of with one of these kind of tricorder looking things or whatever, kind of scanning over the these research scientists you guys have just rescued, and he kind of says, "They're clean. I can't find anything wrong with them."
Malek asks, he's like, "What was your research? What did it entail?"
And he starts to speak, and then again, like his speech just kind of turns into word salad, and then he kind of grabs Malek, or attempts to grab him by the collar, and tries to lead him over to, the operations center of the starship, and says, he points to like where the star map is, and like kind of indicating for him to turn it on.
Malek does so.
So they flip it on, and there's a kind of a star map that pops up. You guys typically use this for tactical operations and whatnot. And he points to this cluster of stars near Kessel, and I want somebody to make just like an average, or a hard rather, 3 purple knowledge check. Let me see. Knowledge. You can do even
outer lore, isn't it? Or outer.
You could do that. You could even do astrogation. Anything that would be like some sort of knowledge about, celestial bodies and astrophysics, that sort of thing.
Do we want to roll Destiny first?
Good idea.
So we'll wait for you to clear it.
Yeah, let me clear out the pool and stuff.
But if anybody's not got the actual skill, I have it. I have 1 rank in it, and I have the skill. I'm not good at it, but
yeah, I have nothing.
I think you have R4 around, probably. He can probably help you out.
In which skill?
Outer rim.
Or astrogation.
Oh, astrogation? Okay.
Yeah, he said astrogation.
Or astrogation. Anything that, like, knowledge of astrophysics and celestial bodies,
R4
that sort
is
of
really
thing.
good at astrogation.
Well, then give him a blue, because I'll help him.
Okay. Well, once we roll Destiny, I will.
Hang on a second here. All right, you guys want to roll it up?
Sure.
That I do.
Oh, I like.
Paragon.
Jaminos? You want to do yours again?
Yeah, just click that roll Destiny button.
For some reason, it's not rolling his.
Uh-uh.
Just roll a force die. Add 1 to your dice pool and hit the roll button.
The Mandalorian is true.
Okay, so add a dark and then add another.
Yeah.
Add another light because Paragon.
Dark. Yeah, so it's totally balanced. 3 and 3.
The force is balanced.
The force is balanced. Correct.
All right. So.
All right.
Makes
So.
sense that I got a dark.
So, your difficulty is set on that one.
Okay. Are you giving me a blue from someone helping?
Yep.
Okay.
Sweet. A success. So R4 rolls on up, and starts beeping, and he has a little spotlight.
Malek looks at R4 and then looks back to the guy and just waits for someone to tell him what's going on.
Yeah, sorry, my thing cut out for a second.
Oh, yeah,
So
no
a little
problem.
a little spotlight comes out from his photoreceptor and shines on this map, and he starts talking about a collection of black holes near Kessel's, and he has a text read out, and he says something about there's this area near Kessel called the Maw, MAW. That's like a kind of an odd collection of black holes, and if anybody, if you know, as soon as you hear that term, there might be like some legends that might come to mind about how it's been long theorized that the builders or the Celestials or whoever came first to the galaxy kind of created that formation of black holes, and it's kind of artificially made, which would be like the technology to do that would be just unimaginable for you guys. But it seems to be they were researching that constellation of black holes.
And so Malek nods and he's like, so what did you find? Why are you... And he just kind of leaves that out there.
Again, he just kind of starts blubbering and crying and that sort of thing. And he looks up to Tess and looks up to Jaminos and just kind of shrinks back. There's like kind of afraid of everything, and you don't know if he's seeing things or what, but he's obviously just terrified. His mind has left him.
Great. What's the Republic want with a bunch of loonies?
Yeah, Malek just turns to, do we have like a guard or anything? Basically, Malek's going to request them to be held in confinement for their own safety and everyone else's.
Yeah, you kind of have like a lightly armed crew, that sort of thing, so they can kind of take them into custody.
Yeah, that's what Malek's going to request them to do.
No, fucking always happens.
So suddenly, an alarm rings out, and an officer enters the operations forum. A frantic look painted across his young face. He begins to speak even as the ship deck is rocked by explosion after explosion. No doubt this seems to be an impact from an enemy turbo laser barrage. I'm sorry to interrupt, but an enemy Star Destroyer has exited hyperspace and is firing on our... Just then the lights go out and are immediately returned as a backup generator starts to kick on. The young technician stammers and continues, they're on our position, and he puts his finger to his ear and he goes, and reports are coming in. Sublights and several other vital systems are down. Ion weapons, methinks. Then there's another shudder, and the deck sways from side to side. And he reports, he says, we've been immobilized. We should prepare to be boarded.
I don't get paid enough to do this anymore.
So with this, the crew...
who's been kind of relatively quiet. Sorry.
No, go ahead. RP away, folks.
Jaminos, who's been relatively quiet, has just been kind of sitting at the table with his feet propped up on it and with his helmet kind of in his lap. Just the moment that they start getting under attack, he slams his helmet on, has his rifle that's been propped up next to him ready, and he's just kind of gets this excited little bounce to him.
He gets a spring in his step, since he knows there might be some conflict ahead, huh? So what's going through Tessa's mind?
Yeah, Tess is just sort of getting ready for what she figures is coming. First order troopers. And Mox is scurrying off towards the engineering spaces.
Okay. And like one of the guards that takes the scientists, they're not resisting at all. He goes, General Rezek, what should we do with these scientists? And how would you like us to prepare?
Malek says, keep them under guard, and he pauses and he's like, double the guard around them because actually no, that's not what Malek's gonna do. Do we have a ship, like a smaller ship docked on the Corvette, or is that? Or do we
You have like the escape pods and like there's I looked at the scheme from it the other day. There's like room for like a little land speeder or like a single fighter, but you don't have like a large ship. The blockade runner was kind of sent in like you had no clue like you were even going to be confronted by any resistance on this mission. It was basically go pick up these guys because for some reason Ben Solo / Kylo Ren thought they were important.
Yeah, Malek is going to request that they be placed in under guard and potentially hidden somewhere as best they can in like engineering or somewhere they might not be easily found.
Yeah, I think that's when Europa kind of like looks over at Jorvis, who's probably nearby. Jorvis, go with them, protect them. Anything that gets in there, crush it.
What's that? I'm sorry.
That was me talking to Jorvis, and basically I said, "Hey, go with them, protect them, do everything you can. Anything that comes in there, crush it." He knows what to do.
Okay. About Joris, I really didn't plan for him to kind of be here on this one.
Okay. Well, then disregard that.
I will spend a destiny point to make that not happen, because I know you're in your backstory. It looks like you guys are a lot closer than I kind of thought, and he's always with you. But I'll spend a destiny point since that's my bad.
That is more than fine. You don't even have to spend a destiny point. You can just say, "Nah, he's not here."
I shall. You guys will need him.
Or so you think.
Yeah.
So I'm basically telling them to try to hide them and keep them under guard.
So they kind of squirrel him away to the secure location. I'll let you kind of pinpoint where exactly that is later. And so you can kind of feel the deck underneath your ship kind of shudder as this thing is kind of tractored closer and closer to the kind of attacking vessel.
They get the scientists to engineering. Mox is in there pulling up some deck plates and trying to stash them somewhere in engineering.
So, as this CR-90 closes with the Star Destroyer's docking bay, those aboard are filled with apprehension. The heroes and crew alike take their appointed positions and wait for the inedible. There's a loud boom, and then a shower of sparks. The camera cuts to the main hallway. There, the door falls inward, and a rush of stormtroopers storm the corridor. Behind them, as the smoke clears, there's a towering metallic figure. There's a snap hiss of a lightsaber igniting. His voice is low and metallic, mechanical, dead, operated and droid-like. He says, "Enforcer 1 reporting. Vessel is breached," it says. "Directive, search the vessel, capture willing targets. We need the scientists alive." So this point, you guys are kind of starting to be boarded, and you're kind of in this docking bay, but you're being held there kind of like by ray shielding, and there's likely just kind of gang planks or whatever that's extending into your vessel, boarding it, and they're cutting through with plasma torches and whatnot. And kind of in the main hallway, you can hear a firefight start to break out as things start to happen. So you guys kind of have some options. You have some decisions to make. You can fight this fight. You can surrender. You can do other things. It's kind of up to you.
Surrender.
So let me ask a couple questions here. Number one, are we held in place by a tractor beam, or like where I'm getting at is I'm wondering if we could get the scientist on escape pods and ourselves on escape pods.
Right. Yeah. So you are being held in place. I had to look into this a little bit. So, because I was like, man, if in A New Hope, if they were in a docking bay, right?
Yeah, if they were completely docked. Right.
If they're completely docked, how would they escape through this escape pods? And so the theory is that they're held in place kind of by a tractor beam, and there's some way to board vessels. Like, I don't know if like corridors extend out from the vessel or there's some other way to do it.
Right.
But apparently they're held in place. They're not like landed. So they're held by something, but there is a way for the escape pods to get out. Now, the problem with you guys is everything is disabled right now because your systems are fried from the ion shots. So whether those work or not are kind of up to you.
So Malek, over his comm to Mox, he's like, "We're completely stuck here. We need to get the scientists and ourselves on the escape pods." He's like, "Can you get us back up enough to do that?" And he looks at R4 and he's like, "Go help them."
And at that, Mox will start trying to at least bring the escape pods online.
All right. So here's kind of the lay of the land. All right. So here's kind of the lay of the land of like how these ships are laid out. There is a below deck with some mechanical stuff, but basically there's a large corridor here, and that's kind of the corridor I think that you see in A New Hope. It kind of goes throughout the ship. The operations area where like the story started is right here. That's where all the planning takes place, and then there is like a lift here and a lift here that are being actively boarded, and there is a hatch down by like where the supplies are kept and where some of the escape pods are being kept, and that's being boarded. And then there's another exit here where there's an airlock, and that one's being boarded as well. So you guys can kind of decide how you're going to go about fighting these people off, and tell me what your positions are, and then we'll roll for initiative.
So where are we on the ship exactly?
I mean, it's up to you.
Oh, okay.
Because you kind of had a little bit of time to prepare for it. So.
Ooh. Well, I should probably go to the Enforcer. Just because I'm good at fighting lightsabers. So, if you want to make like a little Europa token, I'll drag out face.
Are there two squads with that guy though?
Yeah. You guys there's a lot of, you don't have to cut through a lot. Now, the other thing you can consider, Malek, is to create some sort of squad and position them like an NPC squad and put them at a choke point or something like that, and maybe they can hold off.
So
hold off your attackers.
Shrink this down, Jared. Shrinky.
So I assumed that engineering's in the back of the ship.
Yeah, the engineering's way back here, so you guys are gonna have a hard time getting there. They're gonna run into some significant problems.
And
so,
like, where would the where's the escape pods at on the ship? Escape
right
pod
here.
hatches? Yeah, I figured. Okay. Um, um, hmm. Yeah, I say we we'll put a squad. Damn. Put a squad up here, maybe, to repel these guys out here, the far left. And tell me if anybody thinks this is bullshit and they want to do something else.
No, you're the general. You tell them where to go.
And we'll start here, and we'll just kind of try to meet in the middle, because we gotta get the scientists from the very back up here anyway. So we kind of gotta, maybe we can at least we can have a squad up here, and maybe a couple guys of our guys here, and a couple of our guys here, and we can try to pinch them. Like Jaminos and I should probably be on opposite sides, I would say. And
There's two of them.
at least that. So we have two big hitters, and then Europa can maybe kind of focus on that enforcer. At least. So maybe...
Can you shrink me?
You said there's a below decks sort of maintenance way or something?
Yeah, there is. Just kind of underneath that an initial. Let me see. I think I have it. Let me see if I share it with you.
Well, we don't have to have it. Just if Mox gets wind of the plan, which we could calm him, he'll start trying to lead the scientists through the maintenance way below decks.
There you go.
Towards the escape pods.
Okay.
I like that.
Can you shrink Jaminos, please?
Yeah. There you go.
We obviously don't need Mox. We just need Tess.
Right? No.
Mox can, unless it comes up, Mox
Let me
can be
see here.
You can't see Mox anyway.
He's a little tiny thing.
If you have your
Light spins around Defils.
all right, we're going to roll for some initiative here. So I'm going to just roll these guys as four NPC blobs, just using the lowest kind of initiative. If that makes any sense.
That's fine.
Rather than rolling each individual. For some reason, like my initiative has. Here we go. So cool. Man, they suck. These things.
Yeah.
One, two.
If
Three.
Jaminos and Europa start there, you guys might get overwhelmed by 4 squads. It might be better for if... so I'm just thinking out loud here, but if we have our squad over here, our guys to keep these squads off of us, you guys start over this way and cut through these 2 squads to get to them, and then hopefully by the time the enforcer and 2 squads can get to us, I can have broken through these 2 squads and I can come in here and we can both kind of surround this guy. That's kind
Well,
of what
I can pretty much get anywhere on the ship as fast as I want. So like,
I just don't want you guys to get being attacked from 2 sides at least.
oh yeah. That's why I want to start somewhere. So I think I'm going to start here and go to the squads with the squad. Obviously, so
Right.
I just need somewhere with enough cover that I can. And then I'll take on as many squads as you need me to. It's
the problem is there's an enforcer there. You don't need to go there. I would rather you have like near me, and you can sit right here and fire here, and I can take care of the squads over here, and then come back over here.
Yeah. So each of us should have 1 melee guy in each group. So probably Tess come with me, so I don't get attacked by a lightsaber, and you could, if that happened, right? I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah,
I've got a vibro weapon if I have to defend myself, but I really would rather just fuck at him away.
You won't need.
All right. The initiatives for the NPCs and your squad have been rolled. So you guys want to roll up your initiatives?
Yep.
Yes.
Vigilance or cool?
It's going to be cool. You guys had time to.
Yeah, damn it. The one time I upped my vigilance.
Fucking right.
I'm a vigilance kind of guy. I'm always ready for an ambush, but no, if you prepare me, it's like, oh well, shit. Now what am I gonna do?
If you guys want to use whatever hired too, because you kind of got ambushed. I mean, you weren't expecting to be attacked, so I don't care.
I'm just kidding. I'll do whatever.
I mean, that was the whole point of me playing up. Him jumping up. He's like, all right, let's go.
So Sark, okay.
God,
Okay.
a triumph. There's nothing I can do with it either. What a time to roll with it.
Hey, Jaminos. Clear your dice pool. And then there's going to be a tab under combat that actually gives you a roll that will add you to the tracker.
Yeah, take your force die off, by the way.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
combat
clear it
initiative.
off.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, let me get these in order here. Sending.
I gotta update my wounds.
Man, I rolled a triumph on vigilance. Jeez.
What is it? What is the triumph in vigilance? What is that? Is that a?
It just counts as a success.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's go. Let's move. We have a lot of gaming to get through.
Okay, yeah.
Who wants to go first?
I mean, I triumphed. I'd like to go first.
Go for it.
So the moment one of these squads just pops out, I just fling myself into, like, as the smoke clears or opens up the little door that they have, they just get me appear right in front of them. And how far away are they, Jared?
Right now you're at medium range, so you can close easy.
I don't even.
The distances are not super long on the ship. It's gonna be a lot
if it's
of close
just
quarters.
medium, I'm gonna do that. Well, I have well more than enough. I will get there as a maneuver.
Okay.
And I am attacking whichever squad is there. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. So it's going to be 2 purples.
And
yeah, your difficulty is set.
yeah, okay, all right. And I am going to do some fighting multiple people. And do I have any blacks?
No blacks.
Yep, no blacks. Okay. Well,
Stormtrooper
if I have
minions.
if I have one from this point on in any melee, I'll get a negative. You'll take a black off.
Sweet.
But I think this is correct. We'll find out.
Yeah, what's the blue from?
The blue is from Cho Knight, my character. I get multiple opponents. I get a blue from attacking multiple opponents, and minions count as multiple.
Sweet. So that's going to be some damage here.
Well, I am going to. They're all gonna die because I can critical on ones. So.
Yeah, so you can crit two of them, and so you got 6. That's going to be 9 damage, but you have.
Bo, I crit on ones.
Oh, I'm just saying, like, with how many advantages you have, you could crit them a couple times.
Yeah. Although, so it'd be 11 damage, and then however many crits.
It's 11 damage? How's 11? I thought it was 6 plus.
Damage mods. I modded my crystal, which you can do at any point with any lightsaber.
Okay. Let's just leave that. Can we just leave that for another session or in between?
Sure.
Sorry, I don't want to gimp you, but I mean nobody else has that right now.
I mean, they can just roll a mechanics check to do it. But whatever, it's 6 and 2.
All right. It's 9. So 6 and 3, 9, and then
Well, I'm going to activate Linked and do...
the anthem again, right? Or double damage.
It's 2 hits. 2 hits for... it'll just activate a base damage, so it'll do 6...
15.
And then I'll crit.
One of them. I think you can kill 4 of them.
I was only attacking 1 squad, so...
Yeah, you would kill 4. Yep, yeah, 4 of them. So that's all of them.
There's just like a whirl of lightsabers.
Yeah. So these 2 squads kind of exit this lift at the same time, and they kind of flank out left and right. The one that's going to the left is just like cut down, just like this. Ah! And it's like this purple thing, just like, you know, one of them loses their head. One of them kind of gets impaled, and the other one loses an arm. The other one tries to leave and just like gets hamstrung as you cut them down.
Okay.
All right. So PC, another PC's up next, and I can maybe change that mod thing like next session or something. I just don't want to get into a position like I did with Malek's Disruptor, where it just destroys everything. All right, who wants to go up next?
I'll go since we have dudes right on top of us. So, Malek, do I need to take a maneuver to take cover?
I could say you would start in cover.
Okay. So then I'll aim shoot. Are they
Sorry
actually
about that, guys.
at short range, or what are they?
Yeah, they're at short range from you. It's kind of the same type of thing. Like they come in through this airlock, and one of the squads goes left and right, and they kind of take a knee and start firing wildly, like stormtroopers are wont to do.
So Malek is kind of like behind like some sort of door, or not a door, but a door.
Yeah, that's like where they keep the non-rebreathers, the masks.
Yeah.
Right there, airlock or whatever.
Yeah, and so he just kind of peeks around the corner at point blank range and just aims at the stormtroopers and just compresses the trigger on his blaster rifle as many times as he can. And I have point blank, so this will add a damage to my attack, which I don't know that I've ever been able to use before. And
so, close quarters combat here.
Yeah. So you let me know when you have.
Yeah, so it's going to be this one purple and the blue, right?
Correct.
It's on.
And this will be +1 damage. So 10 damage. Let's see, 13 damage. And then I crit on 3, so that'll be 1 crit.
Soak 5.
Okay, so 8 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Banth's Eye. So that actually gives me another crit.
3.
So
yep.
I have 2 crits and 7 damage total.
2 crits and 7 damage, so 2 of them die. Yeah, you kill 4 of them.
So basically, they're just standing there in front of me, and I just.
So as they kind of come in to the airlock, like the first 4, just like one gets shot through the chest and falls over. The other one kind of gets one through the helmet. One of them through the shoulder, and the last one just kind of dives for cover
I'm just gonna roll something as a test.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool, Terex. I didn't know that. Did it add it?
Let's see what
It added it on there, yeah.
Well, I don't know. Let's see. So
Yeah, it adds
6,
it normally
7.
as your dice roll.
Oh,
See
I
there,
see.
it's just a plain
Oh,
icon.
I see it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You can also do it for various other icons. Like you can roll force dice off that. You can roll a bunch of shit.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
All right, so one of the NPCs is up. So let's do this. So let's see here. So these folks here, Jaminos, I'm guessing you're in some sort of cover, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see what they're going to do. No, let's move these guys. So coming through this turbo lift here, like the Enforcer and his 2 squads, they flank him as they come up, and his lightsaber's humming. He's like, find the scientists, tear this ship apart. I want them alive. And they start storming down the hallway, and they can hear blaster fire from going down the hallway, and the Enforcer stops about right here, and let's see, and they kind of post up here on this corner, and next turn they're going to be able to take some shots at who is that? Tess and Malek.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's them, and then yeah, that's it. Oh, that'll be it. All right, PC's up.
So I guess that makes it my turn.
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah.
All right. Is it 2? So I wasn't sure. So, knowing that Europa is going to need room to engage in lightsaber combat, and as much as I'd like to actually fight the Enforcer, I know that these guys are going to get in the way, so I'm going to shoot at these guys over here.
Yeah. So they're kind of coming up onto this area after they kind of enter the ship near these escape pods, and you're going to have to maneuver a little bit, at least to right here, in order to get kind of a clear shot at them. So you're going to move to there?
All right. Yeah, I'll move to there.
So that's your maneuver. And then they're kind of just entering the ship. So no cover for them. And do you want to spend you could spend 2 strain to aim.
Go ahead.
You could spend 2 strain to aim as well if you want.
Yeah, I'll aim.
You can gain strain back pretty fast after like 3 encounters. So even if you, especially if you have like second wind or something, or the other thing that lets you do it, you can get strain back pretty much instantly.
So you're kind of have moved to I'll call it short range. Actually, let me change it. I'll call it short range. They're just down the hallway. They're gonna be hard to miss.
All right. I don't know if that affects my blaster rifle or not.
No, it just affects the defense dice they get unless you have unless you have point blank shot, which I do. It's a feat or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I think it's a one black, right?
He lit them up.
They're all dead.
I think it's a 1 black for the rifle at short range.
Oh yeah, I should have had that on mine too, I suppose.
All right, so go ahead, Jiminos, roll it up.
You did.
Oh, you
You
did.
did.
I already did.
You could very much kill both squads, or use that triumph to hamper the other squad, and then kill that squad by itself.
Yeah. What's your damage on that then? 14?
Pretty much just 14.
14.
He did 19 damage,
18,
1 advantage, and a triumph.
Yeah, so 19 minus 5 is 14. Yeah, you can kill one of the squads.
Yeah, I'll kill the closest one. I just kind of, they hear the tinging of my spur-sounding boots as I just kind of round the corner and just go, hello, and just go bam, bam, right in the heads.
So again, like one of these squads just falls down, many smoking holes in their armor.
What do you want to do with that triumph?
Well, that would kill the last. That would kill the last one though. So if you got 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, minus 5 for the soak, that's going to be what? 14? Which wouldn't be enough to kill all of them. Then if you use the crit to kill the remaining one, and you should be good.
You could use that crit on something else, like tying down the other squad, because he's going to be really ineffective with one dude. But if you want to kill a squad, I'd kill a squad.
I would just take out the squad, so that's just one less thing we have to worry about.
Yeah, there's a squad up here by me, by the way. Well, it's on the other side, so they shouldn't even know I'm there.
I they would know with the blazing lightsabers nearby. They would be quite fearful.
Just the purple haze in the fog. Just need some purple rain in the background right now.
All right. So you killed him. So that's who has not gone? Tess.
Yep.
And the squad.
Yeah, Tess and the squad. So Tess, you're up.
Okay.
Or the squad, whichever one you guys want.
I assume Tess is in some sort of cover. And she will commit her force die to sense and lean out and take a shot at these guys. What the remnants after Malek attacked these guys.
You have a pistol, right?
Yeah.
You want to aim?
No, she used her maneuver to commit her force die.
Oh, okay. I can take strain and aim.
Both knows something we don't.
I'm not trying to fool you, but they do have a stun setting. They do have a stun setting on these blasters rifles. So.
Use all your strain. It's okay.
Use all your strain.
Don't you want to aim?
Yeah, she won't aim this time. So 1 black. Or are you setting the difficulty for us?
I set it for you.
Okay.
You're not going to aim then? Okay.
Nice.
You guys are rolling. Well, these aren't very hard rolls, but okay. So 7, 8, 9 minus 5. It's 4, but you can crit some mofos if you want.
Yeah, crit them twice.
Okay. So let's just say that straggler's the straggler's dead, right? So dead. So there's only, let's just say that there's going to be only kind of 3 troopers left.
Okay.
In that last minion group there. NPC. So these guys down here.
Hey Rivers, you're not on Roll20 anymore.
So the squad that's remaining is going to fall back to the right and kind of retreat around this corner, and they're going to maneuver there behind some cover, and they're going to fire at Jaminos. So like, go take cover, go. They're going to shoot at him. So short range. You have some cover, right?
Yep, you should.
Yeah, he would have the bonus from cover. Yeah.
Yeah. And what's your defense now, too, bro? Jaminos. You have a defense dice too now, right?
1 second.
Your armor gives you 1. Do you have any talents that give you any ranged defense?
1 second. I'm looking at it right now. I've got range defense 2, melee defense 2,
Okay.
and my soak is 7.
Yeah, so you're gonna have three blacks and a purple going against you.
So I just roll what now?
You don't need to roll anything.
You're defending.
Okay.
So the remaining squad's gonna attack you. Oh, so 9, 10. What's your soak?
7.
7.
7. So 9 is 10. So you take 3 damage. And a critical hit. Do you know how to roll the criticals?
Just go to your character sheet.
Yeah, so if you go to your character sheet, let me find it here. So if you go to Jaminos, character sheet, and then there's a critical injuries tab. It's like combat item inventory and critical injuries. And there's an
Here
area,
it is.
roll critical.
Oh, that's like nothing.
Yeah, it's not a bad one to have. Increased difficulty of neck check by 1 difficulty die. Not a bad one to get, but they're cumulative. So
Jaminos doesn't have like durable or anything, does he? Just a heads up.
No.
Okay.
combat, yeah.
If you give me like visual on his character, I can walk him through it. Like, you know, kind of point him out.
I can do that.
Just whenever he needs to, he has a problem.
Is there something I need help with? Because I thought I got it.
You did, but this is just like to pull up numbers quickly if we want to get through this.
All right, sorry, I wasn't trying to slow things down.
No.
No. I just kind of want to speed it up because, you know, story.
Yeah. I probably won't have much longer on this one. Okay, that one. And then the squad's turn.
Our squad?
Yeah.
So they were down here, right? That's where.
Yeah, they're right there.
So. How many are left in the Gemini squad? Does he have one full squad left next to him?
One full squad left. Yeah.
Worry about your squad, Malek.
Yeah, well, they're like.
If you want to have them engage that squad that's right up by me, please do.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. I'll do that.
That way I can leave and go kill the...
Yeah, that was the whole point, right, of putting them there. So, yeah, that's what they're going to do. They're going to engage the squad that is facing Europa. So I'm assuming they're in cover already, right?
Yeah, they're in cover already,
and
yeah.
so they'll aim fire at these guys. So from here
By the way, did those guys fire on me, or has it been their turn yet? Because I don't remember.
Yeah, it has not been their turn yet.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
That's what I'm trying
Yeah,
to.
so let me. And they're going to aim.
Yep.
All right, difficulty set. Wait, let's. So you see that impromptu squad?
Nope.
I gave you. I think I gave you access to it. Or I can just roll it for you.
Yeah,
Just roll it.
you can go ahead and roll it. It's fine. Because I don't see
Just
it.
roll it. Yeah.
Not that it's not there. I just can't find it.
So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, minus 5 is 8. So one of them goes down. So one of them goes down, but more importantly, they're kind of like forced into this firefight as, to Europa's left, she can see like these guys getting pinned down by the squad. And I'm actually going to have them go next, and they're going to, because they're being pinned down by that squad, they're going to fire on them. And they're in cover, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so they're going to use their maneuver to aim, and they're going to fire on that squad. See what happens to your peons.
Jaminos, you killed one of those squads, yeah?
Yeah. 9. You guys only have 3 soaks. So that's 6. So 2 of them are killed.
Did we say that? I can't remember. Is if there's no success rolled, is a triumph considered a success on its own?
So this is
No, by rules, it's not. You have to get a success.
Fail. Success.
So that would be a fail.
It counts as success. It cancels out, but you still get the triumph.
Yeah,
So,
you can spend the triumph on a lot of stuff, actually. So
yeah, so they miss, but one of your guys goes down.
Okay.
Next NPC is up. Which one has not moved? Oh, this guy down here.
Yeah, the guy's right on us, right?
Yep. So he's just gonna aim and fire at Malek, and they take a black because of the rifle at short range.
Yeah, and I'm in cover.
And you're in cover.
And I have defense 1.
So 3 blacks, purple. Ah! So they miss. All their shots go high.
You can use that to advantage, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll pass a boost on to my next check, I guess.
Okay. Malek, I'm just checking. Have you killed the squads or one of the squads there? Like that?
I think there's 1 left in 1 squad.
Yeah, you have.
Or I don't know. When
So
Tess
in that
fires,
one-
what happened?
So yeah, there's just 1 left. There's 4 total left. There's 4 total left. So, are we back to the top then?
I do believe we are.
Yep. All right. PC's up.
Well, I'm going to... unless somebody else wants to go first. It doesn't really matter to me.
Good. Take these enforcers so they can't go, right?
Oh, well, disregard all that dice. I don't think you took the pool away.
No, I have not. All right.
The force die is what I'm after, and I have enough to move 2 mediums if I can get on top of that enforcer.
Just blazing speed.
What's 2 mediums going to get me in range? Is it going to get me in there because a medium was here?
Yeah, I would say probably like right here.
And so I'm going to... Actually, can I end up in combat with these guys, but sort of like on a pillar, so I'm not targeted right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, well then I will land there and attack. Well, I can't move and I can't maneuver 3 times, so it's whatever.
Well, we can go. So maneuver. You can probably make it there with 1 maneuver, right? Just because of your force.
No. This was a medium once, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I got the force points there, and I can only move medium with force leap, right?
Okay.
So, and it takes 2 force points to do that. And to move another medium, it needs another 2, and I just took strain for that. So, obviously, I can't do another maneuver. Now, I could land here if you said this is another medium and attack them. That's what I was going to do.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that.
Sorry to steal your kills, Jaminos.
You can
Not trying to.
Start
Oh
shooting
no,
at
it
the
just means I can
enforcer.
shoot at the enforcer.
Yep.
So rather than a jump, I'm just saying like RP wise, you just like are parkouring like from wall to wall, just like getting through this conference room, kind of flip flopping around, and you kind of get over all these obstacles, and you just kind of land there, and the squads kind of look back like they're huh.
The whole like
Let me set your.
General Krell thing of like the double lightsabers going like woof, 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 woof,
Yeah.
the whole time.
Your difficulty is set.
It's good. It's good. All right, and then disregard this force die. If it rolls it won't go down.
I want to think that they're dead.
That's 2 criticals and 9 damage.
There's like one survivor, badly wounded survivor with 1 hit point left.
Could I just spend an advantage to kill him?
Actually, you can get 3 crits out of that, can't you?
No.
No.
It looks like it because it's in the dice roll, but it's
So you come up behind these guys and boom, 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 and 3 of them kind of look back and just like get slaughtered, and the last guy kind of gets hit, and his legs obviously severed, and he's like trying to crawl away. He has time to kind of turn to you and say, "No, please, please." He throws his gun away. He says, I'm done. No more fight here." Yeah, you can finish him off if you want.
no, I'm gonna like the blade's pointing at him, and with the advantage, I'm going to give Jiminos a blue and just say, but actually, you know what? No. Is there anything I can do with like the advantage, just like for story?
Yeah, you can send a blue his way.
What I was gonna say is just I'm not gonna Europa spares this person, and
Okay, spare him.
spare him, and I'll give a blue.
Oh man, I wanted to give you some conflict. What are you doing sparing people?
I knew that's what you were up to.
All right, I like it. Europa
She has learned.
learned a
She
little
has
bit,
learned.
little more from passion from Joris. All right, so Jamnos is going to get a blue. Remember that. So, all right, now the PC's up.
Well, since I don't want the squad right on top of us,
Don't grenade an exploding ship, you ass.
yeah, no, I wasn't gonna do that because I don't have anywhere. Well, I don't want to do that because of Tess, because I can move backwards and throw it, but I'm not gonna do that. I'll just shoot these guys here, the squad, get rid of them. Try to at least.
Yeah.
So I guess give me a black.
And a purple. That's it. And you're going to probably aim, right?
I am.
All right, you're set.
Yes, that's one.
Get
crit.
squished.
Yeah, 1 crit with
These guys are gone.
10. Yeah, that would be 15 damage. Plus
Yeah,
one
they're
crit.
gone. Yeah, they're gone. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 9. Oh, I guess they're not. 9.
Well, I have plus
Then
1
one of
damage from point blank range.
10.
Too, so that's 15 damage, 1 crit, whatever that is.
So, okay, yeah. But then the soak, right?
Yep.
So you kill 3 of them. There's one miserable guy left in that squad.
So I have extra 2 advantages to spend, right? So I will. Can I do something like swap the initiative of the PC and the NPC coming up with 2 advantages?
Not for 2 advantage. I think that's a little rich. Like a triumph. That's triumph material there.
Okay. Can I give? Can I give Tess like extra 2?
You can give her a free maneuver.
What about giving her like extra blacks against her? 1 extra black, maybe something like that.
Yeah, you can do that for sure.
Just say you're gonna give a black to the next NPC that goes.
Yeah.
That's the easy way to do it.
But this is the enforcer. He still has 2 squads with him.
Oh. Whoops.
Yeah,
Go away.
Yeah, he still has 2. These guys are pretty much. These guys down here are pretty much gone. Yeah, I'll just remove them off. I'm going to say that remaining guy is of no threat. He's kind of surrendering as well. If you want to shoot him, you can.
Malek just kind of kicks
One lone stormtrooper just messes up my bookkeeping. Sorry.
He just kicks him in the chest and.
Hey, don't talk about Finn like that.
Just knocks him out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
don't
right.
talk about Finn that way.
I don't even know what's going on with him. All right, so NPC's up. So you killed the rest of these guys down here too. I'll take them off.
There's that one dude that's still alive. He can be used for questioning.
Yeah. Okay. So I got my enforcer.
Shoot him on the way.
2 squads I'm going to do. So as far as the squads go, what I'm going to do is have them split. So one of them kind of posts up here, and one of them posts up here, and they're going to shoot at Tess and Malek respectively. Okay?
Mm-hmm. They get both get extra blacks, or my advantage, or just...
one of them will, and I have a blue to pass on to one person too.
Yeah.
So they're going to move to post up, and I'm going to pass on my blue. Let's see here.
I want to give. I want to give the black to the guy who's attacking Tess.
Okay. Boost. It's going to be. So she's under cover, right? Already.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And then they're going to get a black because of rifle at short range, and then you're going to give another black, right?
Yep.
So it's going to be purple, 3 blacks, and a blue.
Well, and she has a 1 range defense.
Ooh.
And she has 2 force die committed to sense, so that's 2 upgrades.
God, that's insane.
All right. Hopefully they miss, man. Yeah, that's a really sweet talent, man.
It does make things really nice. Ooh, well, despair. Ooh.
9, 10. What's your soak?
3.
So you take, what, 7 damage then?
Yep.
With that despair, what are we going to do? We should have that enforcer.
2 threats into despair.
Yeah, you could straight up delay the enforcer. That way I can get to him.
Do you want to swap him down in the initiative order then?
Works for me.
Last, or...
There's actually a thing where he can't take a turn. I think. Let me look.
Is that spreadsheet still here?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's something I would say is worth looking up.
You can... Initiative slot. That's it. Or he could fall prone, so you have to spin a maneuver to get up. But that's not useful at this point. He's too close. Make him go last. And have Jamino's fucking chrome dome him from well back there.
Yeah, make him go last.
Lale.
I'm making go last.
Yeah.
Wherever he is in the initiative order, he goes last.
All right, cool. All right, and
Shooting me.
yeah, the other ones shoot you, so you're in cover, right?
Yep.
And they're using the blaster at short range. And what's your defense?
1.
So 3 blacks, a purple.
Whiff.
You lucky bastard, man. Oh, I even upgraded. I left an upgrade on there. Forgot.
Ooh, well, he would have succeeded then.
Yeah.
What's the?
It would have been.
Let's see.
So it would have just been.
Yeah.
It should. Yeah. Then it should have been 1 success and 1 threat.
Yeah, but if you didn't upgrade it, it might be a whole different die. You would just roll again.
It would have just been the purple one. I'll roll it again since it's my mistake. I'll just roll it again.
I mean, I don't care. It probably
Be
hurt
careful
my
what you
wrist,
risk
but-
for.
I don't care. We can do the whatever.
This is
Do
real.
the dance.
If it's upgraded, wouldn't it be 2 purples, not just?
No, because there's only 1 to
Oh.
start with, so it's
Oh, yeah,
upgraded
yeah.
twice.
Oh, I see.
It's actually upgraded twice.
Oh, okay.
So I'll just roll it again. Yeah, it's worse.
That's all right.
You want to take the lesser of the 2 evils?
Oh, I don't care. Whatever.
All right, so 10. What's your soak?
I think it's 6.
All right, so you take 4 damage.
Okay. But a flesh wound.
I should be saying this was to your strain, actually, because they have stun setting.
There you go.
If that's what you want to
There
do.
you go.
Yeah, that's fine. Just do normal. I forgot to say it.
No, I can do it. I don't care. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I wasn't going to do anything different anyway. I'll take it to
Yeah.
status. Okay.
Who else took damage? Jaminos? No, Jaminos.
Yeah, I'm at 12.
Do you want to just apply yours to strain instead?
Sure.
No, don't do that. Like that's my fault for not saying anything. It was an incompetent squad of stormtroopers. They forgot to switch their weapon mode over. From now on, it'll be strain.
Just doesn't ever use it.
Well, I will say that Jaminos doesn't look like a scientist in any way, shape, or form.
No.
So it was probably justified, considering he blew apart an entire squad of people by himself.
Yeah, and then the enforcer will have to go last before the top of the round. So we got a PC up.
Can I see him from here, or do I have to spend a maneuver to get in position?
To the enforcer.
Yes.
I'd say to get up on him and run up on him.
No, he needs to just see him.
No.
Oh yeah, to
See him so I can shoot at him.
Yeah, I think you can post up to right about here.
All right, that's what I'm going to do.
He'll kind of be in cover as well because he'll be kind of shooting around the corner.
So I'm going to spend 2 strain, and I'm going to shoot again.
All right, let me set here. You want to aim, you mean?
What's the difficulty? Yeah, that's why I spent my 2 strain was to aim.
So squeeze that, and so you don't get the penalty. That's you're right, kind of at the medium range right now. It's a really long hallway.
And don't forget to add the extra difficulty because I'm stunned.
Oh yeah, on this one. Yeah, good point. Thanks for telling me. So it's going to be 3 purple, and this guy has adversary. Awful.
I don't know what adversary does, so.
It just upgrades difficulty. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
It's nothing for us to worry about. It's only Poe.
You ready for me to roll?
I'm ready for you to roll.
Oh
Nice.
God.
Whoa. There we go, bounty hunter.
Do you have any abilities that Jaminas like that give you extra damage on?
That's already
Already added
increased
in.
and normally is level or 9 damage. It
He has like
brings
a
it up
Ah.
shot or whatever. It's like awful. So 14. That's set. Let's do this damage. We'll do the damage first, and you can worry about the crit if you want to use it that way.
17 damage.
So it's 17, and then let me bring up my guy here. So he has reflect 4.
Oh, so he can spend like
I can spend
12. He can
2 strain.
Well, he has to spend 2 strain for every rank, so he has to spend 8 to reflect
8 strain.
the full 12 points of damage. Does he have reflect superior or improved?
No, this is reflect 4.
Okay, so he doesn't have like supreme or improved. It's just reflect 4.
So yeah, reflect 4. So he can do.
He can get rid of 12 points of damage, and if he spends 8 strain, he can get rid of it all 12.
Yeah. Okay, I'll do that. So he's going to have. Let's see.
The rest of it should just get through his soak. Matter of fact, he should probably only have to do it. Well, you can do math.
Yeah. I'd probably have to do it
Just 3 times, really, maybe.
3 times. So it's going to be make a 6, 17. So yeah. Now you don't have like any like special qualities on your weapon or anything.
No, I've jury-rigged my armor instead of my weapon.
Okay. All right. So you go into this hallway, and he just turns around and just blasts away a couple of the bolts. One of them hits his armor, but just kind of glances off. And then the final shot gets through, and he takes a critical hit. Is that what you want to do? Is grit him, or?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Anybody who's got a lightsaber is immediately going to be my enemy.
Well, gee, thanks.
Oh,
Okay, let me put it this way: anybody who's trying to attack me or my own.
So the last bolt gets through and hits his head, and you can see sparks kind of flying out the side of his face. Add 1 setback die to all skill checks until end of encounter. Yeah, that's kind of sucks.
Get him, Tess.
Shoot him good.
Pull out your lightsaber.
He's got like hardly any strength left.
It just goes. Once it gets above 100, he can die, or 150,
Yeah.
something like that.
So yeah, PC's up.
It's Tess.
Okay, so is the enforcer? I assume he's not in melee range.
Yeah, he is. Well, he is within him if you use a maneuver. Let's see the squads. There's kind of a squad in between you guys. You can't really move through them, so. No, it's going to be hard. I mean, you can move through the squad, I guess.
Yeah, maybe she ought to finish off that squad.
Might as well. I mean,
It can be just as.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think you should pile in on the enforcer and just blow him the shit up.
the
That's just me.
reason I say go for the enforcer is he goes next, and any damage we can do to him, if we can give him a setback somehow, if he roll like a couple of advantage or something. Because when he goes,
Alright.
he's gonna be fucking shit up. I
Oh,
would
Jaminos,
say.
you didn't do anything with your threat.
Well, that's against him then.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I didn't know what to do with the threat.
Wait,
It's
You
it's
can
Bo
either
doing
just don't worry about it. That's fine.
just give him a black.
So, yeah, Tess will just shoot the enforcer. That's the. easiest way to do this. So she can aim this time.
Yep, you can aim, and since you're kind of shooting through the stormtroopers, I'm going to give you a setback that you wouldn't have had otherwise.
Okay.
You're going to aim, and you're ready to go. Can they? I can't remember if they can reflect every time or just once per.
They can reflect every time because players can, adversaries can reflect every time they want to.
You might run out of strain though, right? I think that's.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the danger. That's the danger of it. You run out of strain.
It goes inert.
It's like you work yourself into a frenzy and then you just get like huffed out. You know what I mean? Like, just
like the Falcons'
8
defense.
damage.
Oh man, what a football game!
I'm just going to take the damage.
Like the Falcons.
Yeah, take the damage. So a couple of the blaster bolts get through, and it hits this guy, but Tess can tell it doesn't make much of a dent in him. And so now it's his turn to go.
Let's go, Sparky.
So he sees, he looks down the hallway and sees Jaminos, and then he kind of sees Tess nearby as well. And so as a maneuver, he's going to use his aura of command to allow the stormtroopers to attack her again. He says, "Get the girl!" Ah! And they're going to go ahead and go after her. You have insane defense again, so it's like 4 blacks this. So here you go.
Wait, they're using blaster rifles?
Oh, and you didn't get the 2 upgrades.
Nope, you're right. Let me roll again.
There we go.
That's better.
No, that's not
That's
that. I didn't roll.
Not right either.
There you go.
They got a triumph too.
Miss triumph. So, so take a crit there.
I don't think you can take crits unless they do damage.
Probably
There has to be a hit, yeah.
Yeah, you have to do. You can use a triumph on other things though, Jared. Like you can do some really annoying things. You can make her fall prone. You can make.
Let's do that then. She has to kind of dive out of the way.
That seems reasonable.
Yeah. So these things, that's as his maneuver, he does that, and then he.
Legs split open, Malek.
One step ahead of you.
He's a nemesis, so he can suffer strain and stuff like that. He's going to take 2 more strain. To make another maneuver. He's going to...
Real mature, guys.
He's going to walk down the hallway to about right here and close with Jaminos and take a swipe at him with his lightsaber.
Oh boy, he's not going to like that. I'm on the other side of that wall.
So you have cover. And...
What's your melee defense, Jaminos? Or Chris?
2.
2? Okay.
3.
Do you have any talents that give you anything?
No, all my talents are reflective in my armor stats or my soak or whatever. It's already figured in.
I just know that I have like a shit ton of things that.
You want to use light side point or anything?
This might be a time to use one.
Yeah, I said go ahead. That's fine.
Lightsabers are no joke, dude.
I'm going to take this very personally, though, regardless.
There you go. And
Don't hurt my armor.
Shit'll buff
It's
out.
not the armor, it's the little gaps in between it.
Ooh.
And he rolled absolutely nothing to stop it.
Where's the no purple? For engaged, I guess.
it was up. His
Yeah,
defense
but
was
there's
upgraded.
I see.
Oh.
So that's 9 damage because of the breach quality.
Mm-hmm. So it goes through 10 of your armor.
And then we'll do
So that means 3 damage.
Well, a breach goes through 10 of your soak just immediately.
Okay, well, so then... Hold on, let me figure that out real quick.
probably would go through all of it.
No, I'm down to 4 hit points. I was just doing math.
Because it's going to do 9 regardless.
Yep. And then roll another crit.
You could do a crit plus 10 if you wanted.
No, I'm just going to do a crit and then knock him prone.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh. Well, you get a cool cyber arm now.
So,
He's really going to take this personal.
so he loses an arm there, and then after he swipes him, he just like forearm shivers him and just knocks him to the ground.
Nasty.
That's disgusting. Well, cybernetic
then,
arms are actually way better than normal arms, just FYI.
And then has any PC not gone yet?
Our
That would
squad.
be the group up top that's still fighting with that one squad,
Okay.
which that other squad should be dead.
Yeah.
They keep shooting.
I'll keep shooting at him.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm just going to narratively say that these two are just tied up in a firefight
Yeah, that's fine.
and effectively out of the combat.
Yeah, that's fine by me.
This is taking a little bit of time. I thought it would be about an hour. All right, we're back to the top.
Well, the enforcer, who is now right here, is going to die a horrible death.
Okay. So you're going to close with them?
Yep.
So moves to engage. Do you want to use some strain to aim?
I don't feel like I need to, but I will.
All right, take 2
Don't
strain.
get cocky, kid.
All right, your difficulty is set.
Difficulty set. Everything is good. I'm going to use a light side point.
All right, I'll upgrade your attack then.
Are you going to use one?
Nope.
All right. And away we go.
Oh,
Nice.
6, 10. All right, but he has parry 4 as well. So I have to remember how this parry works.
As I told you exactly. It works the same way as Reflect
Same way,
does.
Yeah, it's just melee. So I can suffer. So let's see here. I'm just going to use it probably once. Let me look. Yeah.
Well, once will get you 3 damage off of the 10 that it's going to do.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'll just use it once and suffer 2 more strain. So that would be 3 damage. Okay.
That's 3 damage off. I still do 7 damage.
That's fine.
And then I'm going to crit, and then I'm going to crit with a +10. So it's going to be a crit with a +10 on top of whatever he has. So.
All right, let's roll it up.
There should be a little modifier. So like when you hit the critical injury buttons.
Yeah, offset 10.
That shouldn't be right.
Mm, 73.
I just rolled 53 plus 73.
I guess it is right.
That is right. So lose free maneuver until end of the encounter.
Whittling him away.
No, regardless, he's still got 7 damage dealt to him.
Yep.
So,
all right. So he parries a couple of them, and then like you take a sweeping blow across his leg, and you see sparks fly out, and there's like a hydraulic fluid kind of spraying everywhere.
oh shit! I forgot I have linked. Fuck. Oh shit. Oh well.
Again, that's fine.
All
All right, PC's up.
This is the top of the order now, or is it not? No, it's me, right? Well, this is the order we've been going in. Should
Parry 4, 3 strain for -6. How's that math work?
I think, and like I said, we can look it up after the game. I think it's 3 strain, 2 plus your ranks and parry.
I'll tell you right now.
When hit by melee attack, suffer 3 strain to reduce damage by 2 plus ranks and parry. You're right.
Oh, so we had it swapped.
We can use that going forward. That's fine. Which would actually be easier on my strain, but
No, it wouldn't. It would be more. Because you've been taking 2 strain.
2 multiple times. Yeah, you're right.
He would be well out of strain, because otherwise he'd have like 40 fucking strain. Because he lost 9 right here. And he lost another 6. And he lost 2 for me, or 1 for me? He only parried once, right?
Yeah, he parried once.
So then he would have lost at least 18 strain by now.
From reflecting and parrying all that damage.
Yep. Because he lost 9 from Jaminos here. He got 6 from Tess because he parried
Can you
twice.
use it over and over again like that? Or can
Yes, you
use it
can.
once?
You can use it as much as
Suffer
you want.
3.
You can use it as much as you want.
Fine. You can use it 3 times.
You can use it as much as you want, up to your ranks.
That's fine.
well,
He's getting overwhelmed.
I mean, I think the way you stop it is he runs out of strain, right?
Yeah, like, that's
So
supposed to be the stop.
So I've changed it so I've used 18 strain. He is not out of strain.
Okay.
He is a beast. All right, next PC's up.
So are these squads still up right here? Both of them?
Which ones?
Yeah, nobody's touched him.
Yeah, these two are the only ones I think they're left.
All right, Malek is going to start shooting them then. Aim shoot. Are they short range?
Short
So-
range, and
So give me a black.
black. And
Plus
don't you
1 damage.
remove? Don't you have point black so it removes it?
No, that's not what that does. It gives me an extra damage.
Oh, okay.
Unless I missed something. That's
You're set then. You're set.
yeah. No, it just gives me All right, here we go. Okay, so that's 13 damage and 2 crits.
All right, I want to just say you take them out. I mean, anytime you take like 3 of the 4 out, I mean, I'm just going to say the guy left is just kind of by himself, like facing a blaster rifle in his face. So.
So.
All right, that one's gone. All right. PC up again.
That'd be me.
Yeah, the only bad thing is you have 2 setback now. That's the only bad thing. You could just raise your rifle and blow him away.
You're like the guy on like Predator.
Oh, I guess that setback is to all other actions. Wait, no, it's just the next check. So I only have 1 setback at the moment.
Yep, it's from losing whatever limb you lost.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe his left arm because he was using his left side as cover, or his right side as cover. So he's going to shoot at him with his good hand. And I'm going to aim.
I guess technically, if it was a leg he lost, then it doesn't set back as a shot. But anyway,
I'm going to say it's his arm.
Shoot him with my strong hand.
Yeah. Remember, Sully, this is my
He's a Mandalorian. Let me know when you're
difficulty
ready.
Set. Hey, Malek, do you want to pass him a boost with all that advantage?
He critted.
I critted twice.
Oh, there's a despair.
I critted thrice.
Oh. So 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
With a disadvantage.
With a despair.
Oh, yeah, that's what I meant, despair.
Yeah, 18, so this guy, 18 minus 7, that's 11. So he takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you kind of like prop yourself up on your elbow and just unload into this guy at close range. And he just like gets kind of gets blasted backwards, and you can see that he's starting to be badly wounded at this point. And you're about ready to finish him off, and your rifle jams. It's going to take you around to either fix it or you can bust out a sidearm or something like that next time.
Yeah, I've got a sidearm.
Yeah, your rifle overheats. All right, PC up.
It's Tess.
okay. Europa?
No, I've already went. I go at the top.
No, I'm saying the Enforcer is here.
Oh, yeah, he's up there.
There's a squad right here. Oh, you just want to kill the Enforcer. Okay.
Well, I don't want the Enforcer to lightsaber another one of you guys.
Oh, I don't care. I have really good melee defense, like really good.
He would finish me off first since I just perforated him.
I'm in combat with him.
Well, all right. We'll let you have it, Europa. Tess will fire on this squad again.
Yeah. You're already damaged. Take care of the minions that are around you. Like, I haven't taken damage yet. Don't worry about me. I'll be fine.
Anybody know the rules from firing prone?
Yes, you get blue.
You get a blue, yeah.
Now, if they were to attack you, they would get a blue, and you would get a black.
Okay, so she was already prone. She will aim and fire.
2 blues.
Yep.
All right. Whoa.
Nice.
Fucking get him.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
13 and a
13,
crit.
minus 5, 8.
Yep.
Crit. This takes, yeah, there's like one left. Same type of thing. They're kind of like, oh, no, no more.
And then the one remaining advantage there, pass the blue to the next PC.
Okay. So the enforcer now turns his attention again towards Europa, and attacks and says, even if you destroy me, more will spring up in my place.
Yeah, and more of you will fall, scrap bucket.
And he moves forward to attack. What's your defense there, then?
It is 3.
So he's going to have 4 blacks because of that crit that he's suffering. 3. And he lost his free maneuver, so he can't even aim. I don't want to take any more strain, so.
Damn right you don't.
Okay, well, he's going to do 9 damage to me.
Yep.
I am going to parry
Damage.
6 of it. Well,
So what's
no, I'm going to parry
3 of it?
parry 3 of it, and soak is 6, so.
But
Oh.
he has breach.
Oh, that's breach, yeah. Oh, I'm going to parry 6 of it, so I'll just take 3. And let me take my strain.
And he's going to use 2 of the advantage to crit.
That's fine with me, I don't care. Roll critical.
This guy is the
God, I rolled a fucking 98? What the fuck?
That's bad luck.
I rolled a 98.
It can be like a crippled limb. It doesn't have to be totally cut off.
that one isn't because it can be healed. Like
Yeah, it can be
Jaminosis
healed.
specifically said it was gone, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do a leg or something.
Right, that was the one Tess got, was lost limb, I think. Was the,
Yeah.
There's a lost limb and then there's a crippled limb. But yeah, it'll be leg.
Leg.
And
So he just takes your kneecap out. Whoa!
gonna
Okay.
regret that.
We're back to the top.
get him.
Well, I am going to smack the shit out of this guy. Have you set the difficulty? Don't forget I get a blue from test.
Blue for Tess. He has this.
And I will aim.
Yep, difficulty is set.
Does he have any blacks? Do I have any blacks on him?
He has a defensive 1.
Remove it.
What about the
all right.
critical?
Yeah, so
Moving around would.
all right, we're ready.
Okay. Oh no, this is it. What the fuck? Are you serious?
wow.
Man.
Well, hold on. Why am I getting an upgrade on my leg, right? I'm not using my leg to attack.
What do you mean upgrade?
I got a difficulty die from my leg. I shouldn't be getting from my leg. Obviously, if I had a crippled arm, I should be. I'm not using my leg to hit him.
There's nothing upgraded. He just had the adversary 4. So it was 1 purple upgraded 4 times.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what makes the nemesis hard. That's kind of weird. So, I mean, as far as your despair goes, what do you think should happen?
I don't know. It's kind of up to you.
Well, you have a heck of a lot of advantage for a failure.
There isn't much I can do with it. Like,
Well, can they offset each other?
You know, I think they can kind of offset each other, kind of, in a way. So let's say this. So, I mean, that's a hell of a lot of advantage. So you guys are in this hallway, and it's just like, like, you know, parry, thrust, and you're pushing him back, you're pushing him back. You have this hammering overhead blow about ready to take his head off, and he just like moves his arms, knocks your arm. Your lightsaber kind of goes flying kind of towards the back here of this hallway. It clatters from your grasp, and he's prone on the ground, kind of over here, just kind of gasping for air.
no, I don't want to knock him down. I don't want to knock him down. I want to negate all his defensive bonuses.
All right, he's standing up. He's just standing
He has
up.
no defensive bonuses.
Yes, he does not have any
Usually be
defensive
my
bonuses.
huckleberry.
He has negate a target's defensive bonuses until the end of the round. And let's see. And target drops what weapon they're wielding.
Gonna do
That's what
that?
I want. Yeah, that's what I want to do with those. So he
All
makes
right.
me drop my weapon. I make him drop his, and
His
he has
clatters
no
to the
defensive
ground.
bonuses.
And yeah, I mean, never did to begin with. So
Yeah, he did. You said he had one defense.
no, he had no blacks. No blacks were rolled.
Well, no, he had no blacks on me because I got a negative black. You said he had a black earlier.
He normally did, but he lost it because of one of his injuries, I believe.
Well, if that's not going to do anything, I'm going to do something else.
Okay.
I am going to give.
I think the three of you guys could probably end up finishing him off by then.
I'm going to give myself a melee defense.
Okie doke. All right, next PC's up.
Go ahead, Geminos.
Jaminos is laying at the other end of the hallway in his pool of blood, and Terex's lightsaber kind of clatters near him. I guess you're just going to aim and fire.
I'm not sure if he's here.
Did we lose Jaminos?
Hello?
He's not here.
Connected?
He was saying he was having some internet issues or before we started. I'll just go and then he can go after me if.
Okay.
So I'll just aim and fire from this range. If I can see him. If not, I'll throw a grenade in here.
Yeah, you can see him. Just kind of sidestep around that corridor.
Okay. So that's a maneuver.
Yeah.
And then I'll spin strain to do another maneuver to aim. And let me ask you a question. Will stun affect a robot, or do I need an ion?
No, you need an ion.
Yeah, I need ion.
All right, then I'll just shoot him.
All right, difficulty set.
He doesn't have a lightsaber anymore, so.
9, 10, 11, 12. And you could crit him again if you want. 12.
Mm-hmm.
5 minus 5. Let me see. He might be down.
I think you needed another purple, though, unless I'm in short range.
You're in short range.
Okay.
Because remember, he's backed up against that wall.
Okay, that's fine.
And you have the setback's only because you have a rifle at short range, and then you aim for the blue.
Yeah, so I get +1. If I'm at short range, that's 13 damage.
So 13 minus, let's just soak 7.
And then I'll crit.
He drops. Exactly. He has 6 HPs left. So you step around that thing like he's all preoccupied with his fight with Europa, and you kind of come up on his left flank and just level your blaster cannon right into his ribs and just unload, and he just sinks against the wall. He kind of shuts down.
Well, force move my fucking lightsaber to me. And his.
Malek looks at the carnage and just kind of shakes his head and then calls over the comm to Mox and asks where he is. That the escape pods are clear.
Mox comms back that they are not far away. They'll be there in a minute.
So Mox, I mean, you've had a long time to work on this thing, and you tell them that not only are the escape pods ready, that you're in the process of resetting the ship's systems, and if you get R4 to, to calculate some coordinates, you guys could probably get out from underneath this Star Destroyer and get out of there.
That's fine. R4 beeps and starts.
This is a 2-hour skirmish.
Yeah. Starts calculating the jump to hyperspace and tries to move them out of the docking bay, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, if we're going to try and fly this thing, Tess will head to the... She's never flown a blockade runner before.
Well, I am going to stem the shit out of Malek Jamino's stump.
Malek hustles up next to Tess and gets in the... I guess these would be like capital type of gunnery type stations, right?
Yep. So everything starts to ramp back up. The squad kind of meets you in the hallway halfway and kind of says, General Malek, all threats have been eliminated near the forward part of the shift. Waiting instructions, sir.
He's just like, strap in, we're going to get out of here.
So Jaminos Europa kind of picks up Jaminos and, jams a stem into his hip, and he immediately starts to feel better. And I'm assuming you're kind of throw him over your shoulder and head towards the cockpit and get ready to go and secure yourself.
He weighs a lot, so it's going to be a little bit of a strain. Between the armor, the heavy weapon he's carrying, and everything, he's not a light person.
All right. So you guys go ahead and get into the cockpit, and one of the ship's captain says, "All set to make the jump, sir. On your word."
Malek's just like, just jump already.
So he goes ahead and he you guys kind of disconnect from the Star Destroyer and make the jump to light speed, and soon find yourself kind of in hyperspace on your way back home.
Jiminos is actually shockingly silent, but by the gesturing in your head, you think he's turned off his helmet vocalizers because he's cursing in 9 different languages.
So you guys finally, after a few days travel, your ship kind of arrives back to like one of the kind of secret locations that the Resistance is kind of making their stronghold. And you guys kind of filter off the ship on board one of the space stations, and a lot of your old friends are there to welcome you, and they kind of like wonder what the hell is going on. They say, "What happened out there? What happened?" And the scientists are still under like the kind of care of your security detail that you put them under.
Malek kind of shrugs and just gives them an overview of what happened. He's kind of just says, these scientists, we went and got them, but they are, looks like they're going mad. And then, of course, as expected, or not expected, the remnant showed up, the First Order, and tried to take them back. And here we are, and he kind of waves a hand towards Jaminos in particular. And Malek's like, someone get him to sick bay.
He might be in need of a hand.
So kind of medics rush forward, and they kind of take Jaminos and try to kind of take him where he needs to be to kind of get his medical attention.
He swings at him with his good arm. He's like, I can walk there my damn self.
One of the medics is like, oh, okay, hands off. And then kind of through the throng, you see this guy like making his way through the crowd. And it's, guys, what happened to you out there?
Yeah. At that, Europa just runs away. There is no Lando this time.
Malek just tells him.
And he says, Lando's kind of like a little bit more serious now. He says, I can't believe this. Everything Ben has told us up to this point has gone off without a hitch. And he's like, I can't believe he would betray us like this. Or did he betray us? And he kind of looks over to Tess and says, what are your thoughts on the matter?
Tess ponders the Ben Solo question. I don't know. I was starting to believe that he was really coming around. And she looks away, obviously very concerned.
So at this point, Kirix and a lot of the other comrades have kind of filtered in as well, and they're kind of getting Jaminos and the crew members the kind of medical attention they need. And they're kind of having this discussion about what to do next and what to make of these researchers, and as the information comes out about the research project and that sort of thing, it's very clear that somebody that whatever's going on, that Solo either has false information or isn't telling you the entire and complete story.
Do we know where Solo's being held?
Yeah, he's actually at the location you're at right now.
Malek kind of looks over to Tess and he's like, if we can get security clearance, maybe we should go talk to him ourselves, or maybe you just should.
Just not.
Yeah, Malek's like, he won't really talk to me, I would wager.
I don't reckon he'd talk to me much either.
Kirix kind of narrows his eyes and has that kind of distant stare, and he says he agrees. He says we'll meet back here in 1 hour. And he says, Tess, here, and he gives Tess like this cylinder code to allow her to go down into the prison where they keep all the prisoners, and says, I'll see you back here in 1 hour. And he says, Solo, remember, he's repented up to this point, and he surrendered willingly. Don't jump to conclusions. Don't expect the worst. But we need you to get to the bottom of this matter.
Tess looks at Kirix and slowly nods. I'll try.
All right. So there's a screen wipe.
Mm-hmm.
So the camera pans down, and you can see boots. You can see steps. The boots are methodically descending down these permacrete staircase, and the air is cold and damp. And in the distance, you can hear the wailing and muttering of the insane and the imprisoned. The camera pans up, and you can see the attractive but stern face of Tess Stark. She's gone to talk to Ben Solo. She has questions. She hoped that Solo has answers. Why were those researchers so valuable, and what happened to their minds? Despite his past, Solo had not led the Republic astray since his capture. In fact, he's remained repentant and sincere in his insight, and has led to what victories the Republic remnant had to account for. Lost in a reverie, Stark looks up and stops short, and nearly blunders into a smaller figure ascending the staircase. She narrows her eyes. Gray? Is that you? What the hell are you doing here? So I can let you RP Gray if you want, Jason. So,
Sure.
Since it started, and since Solo has kind of towed the line and been kind of a model prisoner and that sort of thing, Kirix has kind of opened his mind and let Gray speak to him, and kind of learned what he can, not so he knows of the dark side, but so he knows the temptations of it and the possible pitfalls and that sort of thing. And so, it's kind of between Kirix and him, but he's been kind of letting Gray go down and talk to him every once in a while. So at this point, Tess is kind of just discovering this.
So, Gray, what are you doing here?
Gray kind of looks up at Tess and puts his hands behind his back, and he's like,
You can kind of run with it from there, whatever you want to kind of,
Yep.
like, what would be going on with, in this kid's mind.
He's just like, I've been talking to Ben Solo. And he kind of looks at Tess and he's like, I can only imagine you're here to do the same.
Tess's eyes sort of narrow. Does anyone know you're here?
Master Kirix knows. He suggested it.
And at that, Tess's jaw sort of drops open for a second. Then she sort of shakes her head, regains her composure. Very well then, Gray. If Master Kirix knows, you run along.
And Gray kind of nods and he's like, have you and his father okay? Has he returned?
Yes, he's fine. You should go say hi.
And Gray nods and walks past Tess towards the exit.
And Tess watches him walk away and thinks to herself that Malek's going to kill Kirix this time. I won't be able to stop him. And then she proceeds on her way to see Solo.
Oh my god.
Quid pro quo.
So, as Tess Sark eventually leaves Gray and finishes her descent into the prison, she turns to her right. Before her, row after row of cells hold twisted and evil beings from the galaxy at bay. At least most of them do. As she continues down the dimly lit hallway, eventually she comes to the last cell on the left. "Hello, Tess," says a calm and measured voice. Ben Solo is sitting in a chair towards the back of his cell. He's at a desk. Unlike the other prisoners, he's been given access to a holovid library and any reading material that he should require. Ray was just down here. He's growing into a fine young man. And powerful. Very powerful. He stands and walks towards Tess. He stands across from her, harmless and clad in a black jumpsuit. Between them is a sheet of transparent plexisteel nearly a meter thick, though you wouldn't know it from the sound and optic conductors that make this place more habitable. "What can I help you with? I trust our researchers are safe?"
Tess. Ben, I need to know what's going on. What were they researching? What's happened to them?
"What are they researching?" So he says, "So first of all, Tess, tell me what you know. I don't want to waste either of our times retreading old ground."
Tess sort of looks down, looks back at Ben. They seem to have been researching the Maw, but they've all gone mad.
He kind of smiles to himself. He says, "Our mad scientists, they may have gotten too close to their subject matter. Darkness, evil. It has the tendency to do that to some minds. Or maybe it was just the realization of the chaotic nature of the universe. It's enough to drive some of us mad. Others learn from it. That's one option, but I guess there are some other options too. The other one includes the enemy. The enemy we are against is very powerful. It was after those scientists too, and I suppose it's powerful enough to ruin a mind at a distance, I'd assume." And he paces back and forth a little bit, and he says, "So tell me about the Maw. From what I recall, it's a constellation of black holes near Kessel, correct?"
Yes.
He says, "Do you know that there's a black hole near here too, Tess? In fact, it mysteriously powers part of this place." And he kind of points at the books on his desk, the holovids and whatnot. He says, "I don't know how it works, and the technicians at this place don't either from what they've told me, but it does work. It works because the architects, the builders, the universe of this galaxy, they created this way." He smiles. "Having this black hole here has also allowed me a certain amount of peace. I'm glad this is where I've been imprisoned. But at any rate, that odd cluster in the Mall, I know the First Order is interested in it as well. Those black holes are protecting something. I think they're protecting something so important to the galaxy that the Supreme Leader will stop at nothing to obtain it. I'm fairly sure of that. On the details, well, on those I'm less clear." Kind of goes off into a reverie. Do you need anything else, Tess?
I think with that, she probably thanks Ben. Looks around at the cell. Thinks to herself that she hates to see him like this. Then turns and goes back up the stairs.
And he kind of calls after her and says, "Tess, have you heard anything from Luke? Have you spoken to him recently?" And then he adds kind of under his breath, "Because I have."
And so Tess steps back up to the transparisteel and says, "What do you mean?"
"I speak to Luke in this place. The time and the years alone, the darkness." He says, "I found the light and the dark. It's beautiful. Just like the aforementioned black holes we spoke about. Well, I'm able to speak with Luke through the Force. He agrees with me, Tess. Against the First Order and the Supreme Leader, there will be no victory, at least through force of arms, but there is a way to win and overcome him." And he starts to go on and talks about the last little bit. And he says, "Will you do one thing for me, Tess? Bring a message to your leaders."
She nods.
He says, "Survival isn't enough. You guys cannot continue to retreat and hide. You must seek out those cultures who still have the will to fight. These cultures are going to know that the last battle is coming and that they will likely perish, but they'll go forth anyway, even to their death. This sacrifice must be made. This sacrifice." And he continues to repeat that and nods. "It was good speaking with you, Tess. Stop by more often. And please ask them if I can go outside from time to time. I think I've earned it." And he smiles and waves her goodbye.
And Ben's request, of course, dovetails with what Tess was thinking. She started to leave before. She sighs and says, "I'll see what I can do, Ben." Turns and more slowly starts up the stairs.
It's even more appropriate that my image has got a cut off hand.
So there's a screen wipe now. Now you find the camera in a wide-angled shot, and present is most of the Republic remnant leadership. You enter the scene mid-argument, and they're all in some sort of conference room. This is obviously the meeting that was aforementioned earlier. The voices are raised and tempers are hot, if not boiling over. "To extend ourselves and draw attention to our location by committing to any but the most covert and straightforward operations would be folly," said Jensen Eclipse, a once First Order defector who has now been with you for many years. "I know what the Order is bringing to bear. If they were able to coordinate an assault on our strongholds, it would be a slaughter." "So what then?" says Valentine Fleetfire, the grizzled general and Zelnak Prime veteran. "Should we cower here on the Outer Rim while Snoke and his boys grow stronger by the day? No, I say we fight. I'd rather die with my guns in hand than hiding in a hole." BB-8 beeps and R4 seems to second it. Then Kirk's Tib pipes in. "Let's use our heads," he says. "Eclipse is right. We're simply outnumbered and, technologically speaking, outmatched. Any obvious moves against the Order would end in disaster." He looks to Valentine. "Fleetfire has a point, too. It echoes Sark's report on her meeting with the prisoner, Ben Solo." This is after you kind of have informed him of what he said. "We must resist, and we must find a way to fight. It's unconscionable to let the rest of the galaxy suffer." Then he turns to Test. "What more of your meeting? Many of this council hold Solo's advice as suspect now. But to this point, it has not led us astray."
Tess sort of ponders some of Ben's comments about finding solace with the dark and the light, but she says, I believe Ben has shown good faith. I do not believe that he is trying to deceive us.
Malek kind of agrees just based on the logistics of it. He's like, how would the First Order know we were going to be there at that time, at that exact moment? There's no way Ben Solo could have told them that.
Kirik's piped in and says, I agree. They must have been after the same thing we were after. These scientists and whatever they were researching.